be a production accountant in Houston. Why is accounting important to you? What relationship, what's your love affair with this industry?
Yeah, because I love dealing with figure, with number. To someone, number is so dry, but to me, figures can tell you so many things. Tell you about the expense, tell you about the revenue, tell you how much revenue come up and why the expense is assistant your um, why the expense assist
No, that's okay.
your prediction. And to me, the accounting department is the important department in a company.
Now, do you just do numbers or do you deal with people? Because telling people how to use their numbers, especially in this situation, it can be challenging.
I not only deal with the number. I have to deal with people with from another department to take the number. So I have to communicate with them.
Okay, but you don't deal with the customer, you just do it in the office, correct?
Yes, in the office.
Okay.
And sometimes I have to deal with the people outside. For example, with the people with the IRS about the reporting, about the tax. Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think it's so important to educate other people on how to file and be ethical with numbers? I mean, obviously that is a big part of your industry.
Yeah. The most important part of accounting is ethical. You work with ethics is because it's I think it's the first requirement of the GAAP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you don't work with ethics, I think the first problem is come to you.
What do you feel makes you different than anyone else that wants a job? What makes you different?
And at first, I'm an honest person, working with integrity. Working with integrity is my first priority. And second thing, I'm a responsible person. I dare to have a decision, and I am responsible for my decision. For example, when working with Spermer Vietnam, we come up with the issue about the exceeding expensive transportation expense, because getting the supporting document is so difficult. At that time, my manager allowed me just to estimate the cost for transportation, for the exceeding transportation. But I tried to contact with the transportation provider and ask them to provide me as many as possible the document, so I can come up with the expense as close as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so you're thorough and you document. What is a weakness that you feel like you need to work on for as a candidate?
My weakness is my meticulous behavior. I have high demand on me, so that I also have a high demand on my group member, and sometimes it's make them not so comfortable about me.
Okay, that's good. That's actually really good. Let's open it up to questions from your peers here on this panel. Yes, sir.
You said you have a high demand on the people around you. What would some of your former coworkers say about you?
That's good.
Yeah, I have a high demand with my group member. At first, they feel, I think they are not so content because I push them up so much. But when we can meet a deadline, we can complete a project by the deadline, and we get a bonus. All of the group get a bonus from the manager. They think that they say thank you to me.
Excellent. All right, question?
Schlumberger believes that employees should only sit in a position for 2 years and should be looking at the next level. What would your next level position be?
Excuse me, can you repeat your question?
That Schlumberger believes that employees should move positions every 2 years.
Yes.
They want you to move from the position that you're in. They want you to master your position and move on to the next level. What would your next level position be?
My first level here is a production accountant. My next level is senior accountant, and the next is maybe in the future. I think 6 years I can be a financial.
Chief operating or chief financial?
I'm a chief financial officer there.
Excellent, that's a good question. Okay.
I work for Schlumberger, so.
Yeah, I didn't know Schlumberger Vietnam, that had their own corporate, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Okay. What would you consider a failure in your industry? A classic example of bad ethics and just bad business all around. And it doesn't have to have anything to do with Enron. It could be any experience that you've had there's a lot of firms that have gone down because of their ethics. Have you run into firms that did not have ethics like you have?
Exactly. As my own experience in Vietnam, we have to deal with many, I think, unethical issues. But about accounting, you have to differentiate between right and wrong. Not only differentiate, but it's the principle. You must comply with the principle.
I'm probably getting way too. What is the benefit of working in this country versus anywhere else for you?
Working in this country, the first thing I have is I think I can have a higher benefit, and second thing is a higher salary, and the last thing is I have a more chance to learn about new knowledge, because this country is a developed country.
Okay. Anybody else have anything else? This was good because you're talking global. It's so different.
You mentioned you worked out the cost of bringing goods to Vietnam, right?
Exactly, it's a project to have an oil rig at the ocean, at the Thao ocean.
Okay, was that importing goods and exporting goods? Or?
No, just explore
Oh,
stage.
Okay.
We don't importing and export anything.
Okay.
We just sometimes import some, I think some tools, some machine and equipment for oil installing.
Okay, thanks. I wasn't sure about that. Okay.
Are you working at Status Oil?
No,
No?
no,
No, because
No.
you're at Liberty, right?
yeah, now
Yes.
I'm working at Liberty
Okay,
Test.
okay. I was just asking. All right, anybody have any more questions? This was good. And then this, I think what I was trying to ask is the difference in ethics from Vietnam to United States, because United States, they are more aware that, I mean, dirty business goes on. And if you're caught, but see, they don't stop it unless you're caught. So do you think that Vietnam or US has better ethics in that, in your field? Just to your experience.
Yeah, in my own opinion, I think the US is a more ethic because Vietnam is just a developing country, so we don't have a so clear rules or something. We have so much space, so many people can go to the space and explore the space.
Right. All right, give her a hand, she did good. I know that